We are as diverse and we are as unique as the sneakers that we wear and the sneaker stories that we have. Community is defined as a social unit with commonality of values, customs, or identity. A community is formed when people living in the same area share common interests and develop a shared sense of identity. Having a sense of community unites us. The Lower East Side community is multi-ethnic and is full of culture and a multitude of gifted people who are committed to their community. People who are committed to their families and committed to each other. The Lower East Sider is a part of New York, the city that never sleeps. When we have embraced the necessity of becoming producers and wealth builders, we will rise above the limited economic classification of consumers. When we invest in becoming financially literate, we will no longer stand in lines to purchase goods that line the pockets of faceless corporations that are not part of our communities. The collecting and reverence for sneakers and what they represent to the collectors emotionally is extremely powerful. So let's become as passionate about acquiring financial acumen as we are about our sneakers and sneaker culture.
My name is Jordan Ingram. I am 24 years old, Aquarius. And yeah, I'm a retail specialist. I work for Kenzo Soho right now.
You don't want to say you're my best friend? Oh, okay. I'm Jeremy. I'm 23 years old.
I guess, well, you say it.
We're roommates. We're actually best friends.
Yeah.
What did you say? I'm a Sagittarius. I'm also an artist, a singer, songwriter, and actor. Jordan, I think Jordan obviously has a better sense of style than me. I think that I think that he takes a lot of risks, and he has encouraged me to do so as well, not only with shoes but also with clothing as a whole. So
It's funny you say that because I feel like I started buying sneakers after seeing you buy some of these sneakers, like in college and all that.
Okay.
That kind of like influenced me.
know
Like,
that.
let me start, because my thing was like
He
Chelsea
was a
boots.
Chelsea
Like
boot
I was
guy.
more dressy
Oh,
cash.
so scrappy.
But then like I see him busting out sneakers. I'm like, okay, I should start like working, and especially moving to New York. That kind of helped me.
It's also a part of
Focus
like
on my-
not the
yeah.
lifestyle of here, but like your average New Yorker
Yeah.
has a nice sense of style and a nice range.
Right. So for me, as a gay black man, I feel like wearing sneakers doesn't fit into what gay is looked at by heterosexual people. So I feel like I'm like kind of like, I don't know, I feel like I'm balancing it in a way. So like I wear sneakers to know like I can look like a straight man if I want to. I'm not all like I don't have to be flamboyant. I don't have to wear like heels. I don't have to wear like, certain shoes to look like a gay man.
Style itself is an expression of who you are. I don't think sneakers should be tied to masculinity, because I feel like even the most feminine person can rock a pair of Yeezys just as much, if not even better, than a heterosexual male. I think sneakers should be tied in with culture. I think sneakers should be tied in with art, but I don't think it should have to do with how masculine or feminine you are.
It shouldn't. It definitely shouldn't. But I feel like for me, being the LGBTQ community, I feel like I try to shy away from the stereotype of like what gays wear, what people wear like that. So I feel like I like wearing sneakers. So like I'm showing you that gay doesn't mean is you dress like this and you're very feminine. Like that. Like I said earlier, I feel like I can look like a straight heterosexual guy and like what I like.
I like to associate how much I pay for the sneaker with what I'll do with it. Like, so if
definitely.
I know I'm paying like $220 for a pair of sneakers versus a pair of like $49 sneakers,
Right.
then $49's gonna get, the dusting rough and toughs before my $220 sneakers
Right.
are.
Right.
But I also feel like at the same time, like sneakers are to be worn. So like,
Yeah.
it's okay if they have like a little crease or whatever like that, because that's the purpose of it. Like, I'm not gonna walk around and be like, oh, don't touch my shoe. Like, no, that's the purpose of it. It's gonna get worn and torn. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah.
What are your goals and aspirations?
My aspiration in life would be to be happy.
No, honestly,
that's really.
I know
what
you're
it
gonna
is.
ask. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you was asking me that, literally is me. I feel like everyone that really knows me know, like, I don't stress about anything.
You're
I
all about
don't.
the good vibes.
I'm always about good vibes.
Yeah.
I just want to be happy in life. Where like I'm not stressing about anything. I want to be comfortable. I want to be doing something that I love, with that's in fashion or that's in music. As long as I'm doing one of those, I'm good. Like I'm really good.
You like taught me not to stress as much.
Like I just don't, because I'm just a big believer in faith, and like I'm gonna end up where I'm supposed to, be. So I don't stress about it. So my aspiration in life is just literally to just live life and be happy. Like that's literally me.
I feel that.
Yeah. Me wanting to be in this fashion world, I have to show street style. I have to show style on all occasions. So when I buy sneakers, I get the attention. Oh, I love those sneakers. Like I'm always ready for a photo shoot, I would say. Like I'm literally always ready for any kind of pictures, because I just never know when it's gonna be like. I think that's what helps me. So yeah, I mean, sometimes they are a little pricey, but I feel like it just, at the end of the day, it's worth it to me.
Actually, I've had a recent moment where I kind of cut myself off from buying sneakers. Like I would say I haven't purchased a pair of sneakers probably in like the last like 6 to 8 months, and it's been hard because there have been some drops. I even passed over on a raffle that I actually won, for the simple fact that I was like, I really want to set up a home studio in my apartment. I'm gonna hold out until I get that with the monitors and everything. And adulting is a lot, because you have your social life, you got rent, you got unexpected bills that come up. You know, like my phone got stolen like almost a month ago. I had to pay that. You know what I'm saying? So I held off a lot from purchasing sneakers, and I'm happy with where I am because I got the things that I now need to get me there. I guess for me as an artist, I always have this mindset of like, okay, if I work hard and get to where I need to, like I'm all about being at a place where like I won't have to worry about funds. Like that's where I want to be. If I want to wake up the next morning and be like, you know what, I want to buy a house, let's go get it. You know what I'm saying? Like if I want to buy 12 pairs of this exact shoe, I want to be able to do that. So I feel like at some point in time, some of the money I could have probably saved, but also at the same time, it's like I've already done it. So let's just move forward. I mean, I guess we kind of have that mindset of like, spend the check and get it right back.
Right.
But like,
that's literally my motto.
I also feel like financial success is also being smart with your money.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like there's really no like limit or cap to how much you can really make, but you have to put your mind to it. So like me personally, like I've looked into like possibly owning property and like owning an Airbnb, renting that out. Like literally while I'm sleeping, money is just building up. To me, that's financial success. But also like knowing, like I said, knowing what to do with your money, making sure that you give back as well. But yeah, I feel like financial success is not needing to like worry about, oh, if I go do this, if I buy this tomorrow, like, or right now, am I gonna make it next month? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, I don't want to worry. Like, I wanted to, here you go, and we're good to go. You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
Also, is having money for, of course, when I start having kids, like, like they're set. Like maybe their college tuition is already paid for. Like building that up. Because I definitely don't want. I want them to have the things I don't have. Just like, we hear from my parents, they once had that they didn't have, So I want them to have anything that I can get for them, I want them to have it. Of course, I'm not going to spoil them to death, but I want to be able to provide that if I wanted to do that for them, just get them whatever. Pretty much how where you were saying, like, to be able to sleep and, it's doing overnight. Like, what can I do to make sure that ball is always rolling, to say, just to keep bringing in funds like that.
In addition to that, like I said, I would like to learn more about stocks. I would like to learn more about stuff like the whole 401k thing, like how to, I guess, like what is a smart move for like a younger 20-year-old in terms of like wanting to buy
like
property.
How much should I be putting aside right
what
now?
What should I look for, or what should I look forward to in terms of getting a startup for this property, or just something that can get me set up by the time that I'm hitting my 30s and in that prime. I'm gonna be set, like knowing that I'm gonna be set. I mean, I know it takes a lot of sacrifice and a lot of work, but that's, circumstantial, I guess. But I also feel like as an individual, I sometimes hold a little bit in terms of savings. I do dip into my savings sometimes, and I'm learning to like just leave it alone. The goal is to like not touch it for a whole year and just really see it like stack up. But that treat yourself mindset really be creeping out when it needs to.
My biggest thing.
These are Jordan 1s. They're shadows, actually. I bought these and literally I wore them out the first day. I got so many compliments. Everybody was like, oh shit, you got a pair of shadows. I was like, yeah, you know, so it felt great getting acknowledged. I don't know, I just always felt good when I put these on. Like, it made me feel good. I still wear them to this day, even all the way down to the skins, but that's the purpose of shoes. You're supposed to wear them. So this is actually the first pair of shoes I won in a raffle. This is these are Converse that Tyler, the Creator, did a collaboration with. And I remember my roommate Craig is like a huge Tyler, the Creator fan. He was like, yo, he's dropping a shoe. And he said to me, he was like, these are definitely like some shoes that you would wear. And I was like, I actually love these a lot. Ended up entering the raffle and I won the raffle. So I was like, oh shit, like this is lit. So these have a special place in my heart because it's the first raffle that I ever won. I think I bought these with like my first refund check in college. This sounds crazy as hell, but I really like these shoes a lot, and I love Converse in general. So yeah, these were kind of a no-brainer, and everybody kind of had like a pair of CDGs. A lot of people had black ones, and I didn't really want black ones. I wanted to be different, and I used to always think like it'd be dope if they had some white ones or some olive green ones. And I bought these, and shortly after I bought these, they released olive green ones, so I was a little hurt, but love these a lot. The Yeezys, they're 700s version 3. I actually originally bought this pair. As you can see, it's a little seasoned. Ended up buying this pair, but they sent me the wrong pair, which were the black ones. And I emailed them and I was like, hey, y'all sent me the wrong pair. And they were like, okay, well, how about this? We'll give you 2 for the price of 1. So I basically got 2 shoes for the price of 1. Thank y'all. I appreciate y'all for that. I have like a bin of sneakers out there. I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't even touch those, like at all. And that's really embarrassing. What am I still holding on to them for? I do not know. The goal is to take them to like a consignment shop to kind of like give them away. These I would never let go of unless like they're burning in a fire or some shit like that. But yeah, I gotta hold on to these. Yeah, this is bad.
I always felt that it's like important that you keep a fresh pair of Uptowns. Like low top or high top, you gotta have them. They just go with everything. Like the staple pair in there's definitely a staple pair in the closet. These are my Raf Simons Adidas collab. The gray metallic. These are what I said last time, the showstoppers. These are my showstoppers. I wear these pretty much anywhere and everybody's looking down at my feet. Everybody's looking around, oh, I love your shoes, blah, blah, blah. I don't know, like when I wear these, I just like feel like I'm the shit. Like I put these on and I'm just like, yeah, nobody can tell me nothing. We have the Rihanna Creepers. These are the velvet black ones. These I just kind of wanted because like I was like I have to get the Creepers. Like they're Rihanna and they're Creepers. I feel like they're gonna hold some kind of value later on for some reason. Probably not. I don't know. But I love them. I love these two. Platform. I use these a lot as like kind of dressy shoes, kind of like dress up shoes. So I started my shoe collection. It mostly was like boots, Chelsea boots and stuff like that. That used to be my style until I moved to New York, and I was like, okay, let me tap into more into my streetwear. So that's where like a lot of the shoes, like the sneakers, started coming from. I probably use gold, StockX probably the most. I just don't want to take any chance of buying something that isn't real.
Like, if you pan, like that.
Okay. My name's Keisha. I'm 20 years old and I'm from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania.
Hi, my name's Isaiah. I'm also 20 years old and I'm from North Carolina. For me, I would say chosen family is just that intimate, close-knit relationship that you have like with your best friend, like honestly for me it's like 5-6 people that close, where it's like, oh, I can call you sis, what about anything, oh, I got the keys to your apartment, you got the keys to mine, like that unconditional support from your friends. That's what I think of chosen family as.
I agree. I feel like it's people that you can trust and they'll always have your back no matter what. Like, I would consider us chosen family. Like, yeah. Like, I know you, you know me, we're really close, we have a special bond.
Your mom calls me.
Right.
She called me the other day, actually.
Right.
Like, shoes, like even, I would say my mom, she's more of like a cute little sandal girl.
Right.
But like sneakers, definitely you. Cause you go into your house, your room, so many shoes.
She has so many sneakers, it's crazy. Like, she keeps them in tubs. The ones that don't fit in her closet, she puts in the basement. Like, she just has so many. And then she actually started like flipping them, so she would sell them and then like get money for them. I definitely think I get like my style, my confidence, and like my perseverance and drive from my mother. My dad, on the other hand, he doesn't really care what he looks like. Like, sneaker wise too, he just doesn't care.
I would definitely say I look up to my mom as like advice, all my little sayings. You know, I'm like, oh yeah, my mom said what comes to the light will be to the dark.
You
all
know
the little,
what's
all the
also
little
interesting
sayings.
though, like, you know how you said your mom wore like leather top, you know, like with the cute sandals. It's interesting how like the stuff that like our parents were wearing back in the day
It's
is
coming
like
back now.
coming back now.
I like to wear a heel, a boot heel, a stiletto. I like to wear my Jordans. I like to wear my Vans. I like to wear my Converses. So I don't really see the appeal in it being necessarily sneakers are for men or just like this certain stigma place. Because look, some people got amazing arches. You better show them. What do you mean?
I also feel like, I don't know if other people think this too, but it's like you have to have the nicest sneaker, which is like not really true. Because honestly, Crocs are it.
Or the newest. Like I gotta wait in this line.
And half the time, you don't even know, it could be counterfeit. The sneaker culture has like a positive and negative side. Like, there'll be certain times where like, you know, like people flip, and then like sometimes people like get jumped and their Jordans will get taken.
No, I have a friend who
I would be so
literally,
upset.
he sold him he wasn't my friend, but the friend got sold a pair of sneakers by this boy that we went to school with. Never sent him the sneakers, sent him some like fake sneakers. It was like,
Counterfeit.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay. It was like $300. I was like, yeah, no, couldn't be.
I'm like, sometimes if a sneaker releases, I have to get it.
See, that's you. Me, I'm like, okay, I'll wait and then I'll buy the like expensive shoe and then I'll like think when I'm like, dang, now I need these $100 point shoes. I should have waited.
Yeah.
Like, it's such a like dilemma because it's like, ooh,
It's like,
no.
do you need the hottest shoes?
No.
Do I
You
want
don't-
the
you
hottest shoes?
Yes, but you don't need the hottest shoe because if you get a shoe, you just gotta know how to dress the shoe.
Yeah.
That's the gag.
My brother's always like, oh, like you should start like looking into stocks and stuff and this, that, and the third. And my brother's also like now getting into real estate too. So yeah. I just wish like we just learn more about financial stuff and like the important stuff in school. Like, why are we learning about Christopher Columbus? We should be learning about our taxes.
Who sailed the ocean blue? Oh my god.
I was watching Queer Eye one day, and they were revamping this couple's home, and they were like they were like sleeping on an air mattress, and he had like a clean, fresh pair of like sneakers on, and one of the guys was like, you can buy a fresh pair of sneakers, but not a bed.
Not a bed, no.
And I was laughing
No.
so hard.
You have an air mattress. You have an air mattress, but you can't even buy a mattress or a frame.
I know it's not just him. People do that all the time.
People
but
do
it's
that.
like,
You
how
gotta
should
pick
you
and
spend
choose.
your money?
Pick and choose. Pick and choose. You want the BMW or want a house?
Right. But like,
Damn.
it's hard for me to like prioritize like what I should spend on because I like shopping.
I like shopping too, but my rent gotta get paid.
Yeah.
So
Some
Then-
things come up that you
some
need
things-
to
some things come up
pay for
that you need to
that
pay
you
for.
didn't know.
You would need.
Exactly. In terms of financial literacy, I want to know more about credit, retirement, investing, real estate, and just how to save money. I just don't know how to save money. I have a savings account, but I'm always in my savings account
Little
transferring money.
Boop. Sell it
So-
over. We went over it, but it was never really flushed. So like knowing like a difference between a compound saving or
And, like, the
a
different
mutual
loans and
accruing
stuff.
or like, well, not loans, just like say I have
I remember we did go
$500, a chunk of money, and I want to go to X bank and I want to put it in, and I'm putting in your savings. But how much is your savings going to accrue? How much am I going to accrue by putting my money with your bank? You know, things like that.
Oh,
like
right, 'cause
how am I
different banks have
maxing?
different-
How am I? Because I know like, at least with my bank, I don't really necessarily get that much interest on what's in my savings account, and I'm like, but it's a good amount in there, so
Right.
like it should be accruing more. Like the percentage, like how is that working? And then also like, not necessarily, I don't know. Like if I have my money in a business, how am I going to get that profit back? Like learning about investing in businesses and helping them, but then also not necessarily seeing a huge return, but just something, you know, where how that like aspect of finances work also.
Y'all, that was lit. I got it.
So a story about these ones, senior year, senior year, it was some things going on. You know, we went to boarding high school, so, you know, we always get in trouble. So one time, you know, we had to do a little escape real quick in the fans, 1, 2, 1, 2. So I will say, these shoes got me in and out real quick. And also I will say, like, I like wearing them with a jean, or honestly, like, ooh, like with a tennis skirt, this would be cute. I will say I won at a drag show lip sync in these shoes. And I run all my friends' drinks. So I will say these shoes, they got me somewhere, got us some free drinks, a tequila, love that. So these shoes, they be getting us through. They be getting us through. We be stomping in them. The Rihanna Fenty platforms, cause baby, look at them. They're just so cute. Like, how can you not? Like, what? Bother me, I'll step on you. I'm joking, am I? Yeah, they did Fenty platforms. How can you not like these? Like, what? Since you tripping.
My ex-boyfriend got me these. These are my first pair of Jordans. Shout out to him. These are the Retro 4s in Mushroom. And these are the multicolored Jordan mids. And they also came with these purple laces. I forgot where I put these black ones and I want to switch them back, but I can't find the other one. So it'll just be like this for now. These I probably wear the most because they're super duper comfy. And I like the colorway. I do everything in these. Errands, homework, I don't know, coffee. Okay, these I don't wear at all because they're very hard to style. Like I just don't know what to wear them with, but they're different, like the colorway. That's why I got them. My dad thinks they're really ugly, so shout out to him. Now these I got for my 18th birthday. My dad got me these. These are the Rihanna Creepers. I only bring these out really in like the fall and winter because they're like this. The color I think is more like a fall wintry color. I don't really bring them out in the summer. Plus they're leather and it's just too hot. That's my collection. In total, I probably have about, give or take, like 18 pairs. There are a couple that I left at home because they couldn't fit in the bags. But yeah. I need to work on my collection a little bit. It's a little, you know, I could probably get, you know, maybe like a couple more pairs of Jordans because I really like them as like collectibles. But yeah.
I feel like thrifting is slept on because then like you can find the cute little throwback like 70s shoes, or like, you know how that's like coming back into like style, like the chunky
The thick
sneaker.
platform.
Exactly. So I feel like thrifting, and also like there's a Goodwill in Queens. It's like the outlet, baby.
Oh yeah, I've heard of that.
Exactly, you've heard of it. Exactly, you've heard of it because she be hitting. She be hitting.
See, the Air Force One is a very popular shoe,
It's very popular.
but it's a very comfortable shoe. I will say that. These are a pair of Air Forces, but they're different. You know, they have like the velvet.
But like the white ones, I feel like I do see all the little typical, basic.
So I guess I'm typical. I'm typical and basic because I have a pair in my closet.
But see, I want to say some words, but I'm not trying to say it the way I want to say it. So you want me to say what I really want to say?
But here's the thing, though, because
you want me to say what I really want to say?
What?
You ain't no white girl out here trying to appropriate the culture and don't know what's going on behind the backstory. So that's what she's getting at. Your Air Forces and when you wear them mean a difference. So when she wears them, homegirl think it's okay for her to wear braids in her hair about to fall out. So
no,
there's
I mean,
you know,
I understand. Okay, now I understand. So
no,
I like my Air Forces, but here's the thing, I like them white. I be seeing people, they look brown,
dirty.
Please clean them. No,
we don't like dirty.
I mean, if that's the vibe you want, because, you know, some people like their
little
Converse,
grunge,
a little grunge. Right. But
it does add a little character.
when it's too much, I'm like, you need a new pair.
True. Because sometimes it's you go past the
they
point of
falling
no
apart.
return.
That's
holes in them, flip flop. Ooh, no.
If that's what you like, in my opinion, I just think you need a new pair.
Michael Crump, an all-out talented individual, screenwriter, actor, artist, podcaster, and a creative individual. I would personally say that I'm an all-around individual, being from New York City, growing up in the city, experiencing New York City pre-9/11, experiencing New York City pre-gentrification, and living in New York City post-gentrification and post-9/11. I'm a New Yorker to the bone. Sometimes I go through the term suicide, where I have to get new sneakers because if it's dirty, I'm not gonna walk around in it, because I feel like I have a reputation to obtain in New York City. The first thing the definition of success is materialistic. And the first thing that you see on somebody's body is their sneakers. Sometimes it's even before you see the physical. The first thing that they look is they see somebody's sneakers. So sneaker culture is the most important thing in the black community. Some of the most successful things in the black community. Sneaker culture was a huge part in our lives because that was the first thing that the girls looked at when you went to school. They'll look at your shoes. As foul as that sounds, the first thing that they would look at your shoes. So when you had nice sneakers on, you got the girls. So it played a big part. So you wanted to do whatever it took to get the girls, so you wanted to get the sneakers. So you made sure you had good grades, you made sure you did all your chores, and you made sure you behaved yourself in school so your parents can reward you with sneakers. The people that influenced my life that built my sneaker style would probably be the 4 biggest black actors that existed in the sitcom world in the 90s. It would be Will Smith, it would be Martin Lawrence, it would be Marlon Wayans, and it would be Kadeem Harrison, aka Dwayne Wade from a different world. So those 4 people kind of impacted my everyday life in terms of sneakers. As a kid, after school, the first thing you do is watch television, right? So those 4 guys kind of like caught my eye with their sense of style, and they were successful. They were on television, so I equaled success with good sneakers. I would say as a little kid, the first pair of sneakers that I remember will be the all-white Air Force Ones, because that is the definition of New York. When you think about New York, you think about that sneaker. You think about flyness. If the sneakers are fresh, you know, everything else is going to be fresh, and you're going to have confidence to do whatever it takes to be successful. The number one rule with all-white Uptowns or Air Force Ones is you can't wear them double-digit amount of times. You can only wear them 9 times max. So, in the words of Nelly, give me 2 per, I need 2 per, keep it stomping in my Air Force Ones. The Cool Grey 11s is probably the most unique sneaker of all time, because the first thing you think about when you think about gray, you think about bland, you think about bleh, you think about plain. But these sneakers aren't plain because the patent leather pops out. It can go with anything. You can wear them casually, you can wear them on a night in the town, you can play basketball in them. It's kind of like gumbo, and everybody loves gumbo. People in the black community, they particularly look at sneakers as something because the people we looked up to had on nice sneakers. Michael Jordan is one of the most iconic human beings that ever lived on this earth. And the first thing that you think about when it comes to Michael Jordan is basketball first and what he had on his feet. and everybody wants to be like Mike. Even LeBron James wanted to be like Mike because of his swagger and his aura. And that all started with sneakers. My mindset being from New York, I'm a cocky individual, so everything that I wear, I feel like is the hottest thing on this earth. So nobody can really say anything to me because this is the choice that I decided to make by buying these shoes. Whether you like them or not, I chose to wear those shoes. In my mind, I feel like I start the wave. Don't get it twisted. I love sneakers, but the number one thing is to build generational wealth for my family in the future. So what I would do is I would put money into stuff that's gonna help me survive, like paying my bills, investing into business. You don't need a fresh pair of sneakers. You want a fresh pair of sneakers. And I want a fresh pair of sneakers, but I'm not gonna risk my life trying to get a pair of sneakers if I don't have any lights in my house, if I don't have any food in my refrigerator, if I don't have money to buy a decent camera, if I don't have money to have a decent microphone. I'm gonna pick the microphone over the shoes. There's a thing that we say in my neighborhood, it's called hot shit. So in the beginning, you gotta do what you gotta do as a man, and you have to do something to build generational wealth within your family. Then after that, you use that money to buy hot shit. My mother's always taught me the invest because you never know, save the money for a rainy day. But like I said, at the end of the day, it's still a gamble. So it's all about what you believe in and what you think is gonna work. My definition of success, making sure my mother's good, making sure my grandmother's good, making sure my aunt is good, and making sure that the community that I come from has a positive role model. If you know, in sneaker culture, there's a number one thing that they always say. There's a story to every pair of shoes. Notice something different about this sneaker. You would see that there's no shoelaces in the sneaker, right? That's a unique thing because in hip hop, there was a group called Run DMC in the 80s. They wore Adidas with no laces. And Will Smith, I think he kind of had a contract with Nike because in the beginning he was wearing nothing but Jordans. And he did something of his own version of wearing Jordans with no laces because he said it was quick, you could put it on easily, I don't have to worry about tying nothing. And a couple of years later, for the 30th anniversary of the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, Nike released a pair of Jordans with no laces based off of Will Smith. This shoe is the definition of thinking outside of the box. Prior to this shoe, when the first thing you thought about patent leather was going to church, you know, them little cheap shoes that your grandma used to wear when she used to go to Baptist church on Sundays and come home and make Sunday dinner. You never thought about anything fly when it came to patent leather. But Tinker Hackerfield in '95 thought, okay, I'm gonna put patent leather on a pair of Jordans and I'm gonna make them fashionable. And 25 years, 26 years later, this shoe is still one of the most requested, one of the most sold out Jordans that ever come out, ever. Shoes of this type of caliber I can wear with a suit, I can play basketball in it, and I can be fashionable with it. So this shoe is very unique. Is the Flu Game 12, the Bread 12, the Air Jordan 12 that came out in 1996, 1997. This shoe is the definition of by any means necessary because Michael Jordan wore this shoe in 1997 in Game 5 of the NBA Finals, and he had the flu. He had a temperature of like 110 degrees, and he went out and he scored 38 points, and he led the Chicago Bulls to victory. So when I wear this shoe, I think about by any means necessary. I'm gonna do whatever it takes to be successful, whatever it takes to win, and whatever it takes to get to my goal. If I don't wear these shoes, people don't want to talk to me. I'm an irrelevant loser or whatever you want to call me, but with these shoes, I'm somebody. People want to talk to me and ask questions about the shoe because they have a story based off the shoe. So I feel like it builds bridges, it builds bricks, it just builds. So I would say these shoes are the definition of building and meeting people. What influences me influences Jake from Kentucky, influences Kelly from Wyoming, influences Gia from Montana. You know, we have the same we have the same platforms and the same access to the same platforms. And the number one thing I will always say whether people like it or not, black culture is culture. Everything stems from black culture.
We are each other's families. Our destinies are intertwined. We are tied together.